morning. So we're now on lab 20 of the now famous David and Herman 7th grade science show. Today's going to be about glaciers. We're talking about rocks and tectonic plates. But during the Ice Age, and the Earth has been frozen over a couple of times, millions of years ago. But fairly recently, 30,000 years ago, we had an Ice Age. And every 30,000 years, you can set your clock to it. We'll have another Ice Age. And you'll probably have another Ice Age in about 15,000 years. Mankind has survived the last two Ice Ages. Some interesting stories we're going to talk about. So we know the Ice Age came to northern California because of the scratches in the great granite surfaces of Yosemite National Park. There's scratches in the great area of the Central Park in New York. And we're going to show you how those scratches happen with a lab. So Dave's going to show you this. You should have 2 pieces of aluminum foil in your kit. If they have been damaged or they're too wrinkled, you can go to your kitchen and talk to your parents about letting you use about 2 feet of some really nice looking. It would work out better if it's really smooth. And this is going to be the surface of Earth. Earth. Spelled with PH. Earth. All right, you ready?
God, I'm ready.
Okay, Dave's going to do the lab. I'm going to run the camera. Roll him.
Okay. We got ice and our foil. How's that look, Mr. Hilke?
Looks good. Foil is pristine and smooth like the surface of Earth about 30,000 years ago.
I think we should take this one outside as well because it'll make a mess in here and the night crew won't be happy with us.
All right, so
Okay.
let's take this one outside and we'll do the lab outside, show it to you. Also, a student did this lab last year, and I'm going to show you his lab too. It worked out quite nicely. I expect you to do this. I expect you to show pictures of it. Okay, so today we're going to talk about evidence in glaciers. Evidence and different types, more evidence. So this is something you can do in your backyard, and I suggest doing it outside. You need 2 pieces of ice. One needs to have dirt and rocks in it, nasty stuff. The other one needs to be crystal clear. Just pure ice, a board with some foil on it. The foil should be just a regular aluminum foil, and try not to mess with it. Try not to touch it at all. Keep it, and that's going to be the surface of the Earth. So we're going to go back 20,000 years ago to the last Ice Age. And we have Ice Ages every 20, 30,000 years, and that's been going on for millions of years. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy an Ice Age, and you're going to watch how the glacier versus regular ice melts and causes streaks. This gives us evidence about where the Ice Age was, how far down the glacier came from North Pole, how far it came up from the South Pole, and we've been studying Pangea. One of the evidences that Wagner never knew about was that the glaciers along Africa, India, and Australia all match. The glacial scratches. So as glaciers move across, they pick up rocks, and the rocks scratch the Earth. So what we're going to do is we're going to have these glaciers melt. The glacier's going to melt to pure ice, and you're going to see how the glacier will scratch the Earth as it melts and works its way down the valley. So we're going to put on foil. Try not to touch the foil because you want it to be pristine. We're going to have a dirty glacier here, full of rocks and stuff like that. Okay, so now we're going to go back in time 20,000 years. We have a glacier coming in from the north, and just some pure ice as a control factor. And we're going to prop these up with a piece of trash I found in the backyard. And we're going to prop them up, and we're going to let them slowly melt. But we want to make this high enough so we get it done today. Okay, so here we have our experiment running. We have a glacier on this side, and if the sun stays out, it's going to melt, and it's going to drop rocks. But as it moves down, it's going to scratch the surface. And you'll see the pure ice doesn't do that. So we know whatever caused the scratches has got to be part of what we call the glaciers. And this is evidence of 2 things. One, evidence that there was glaciers, how far south they came, or in the case of South Pole, how far north they came, and also evidence that this is the fourth piece of evidence for Pangea, that South Africa, India, Australia had the same glacial marks on it. Okay, we'll be back in 20,000 years. And here we have it. The race is on. The glacier is moving down. The ice is staying in place. So we're only a couple thousand years into this ice age transformation. See you later. Okay, it's rolling. All right, so we're welcome back. It's been 20,000 years, and you can see both the ice and the glacier have melted. The glacier moved down the hillside, and look at close up. Cameraman, can you zoom in close up to that? And you see the scars in the earth. Those scars are evidence of that there was.
It's time.
All right, so now we're back, and it's been 20,000 years, and you can see that the ice has melted, and the glacier, with all the rocks in it, has slid all the way down. And look very closely, and you can see the scratches in the earth. Those scratches are evidence of the glacier, evidence of where the glacier was, and in the case of South Africa and Australia and India, evidence that they were all together and scratched at the same time. All right, so this is a simple thing you can play with in your backyard. Foil some dirty ice and give it a couple hours to run. And this is evidence for not only that there was an ice age, that how far the ice age came down. It came to northern California. It never made it down to San Jacinto. And that the tectonic plates all had the same scratches on it back about 230 million years ago. Something to have fun with, not an assignment, not extra credit, and we'll do this again. Goodbye. And we have some new students in the classroom.
What's up, Mr. Hilke? I'm here to recreate your glacier lab, and also I have the dirty ice, just put a little bit more dirt, shake it, and then you're gonna put it on here, and then you take the clear ice, put it right here, and then you wait as if how we're back 20,000 years ago. After, in like a couple minutes or a couple hours, we're gonna see how 20,000 years comes sliding down on us. So, if you take Antarctica's glaciers, for example, they will melt over time. As you can see, this is gonna turn into pure solids going down this sheet, and so that will produce as what we call melting glaciers. And then for this, the clear one, this is just gonna go straight without leaving any marks. But this dirty one, this dirty ice, is gonna make a couple marks, a couple like mud, scratches, and dirt, and all of that stuff. Yeah. Alright, Mr. Hilke, I'm back. And so right now, because the melting is a little, how do I say this? I'm waiting a little too long, so I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. As you can see, as of all that dirt coming off the ice, all of that mud has come onto the land of the earth. And so that creates all the land, all the trees, that creates everything we call Mother Earth. And so by that, because all that dirt has come off, it's created new places, like how you said Hawaii has come up because of volcanoes or erosion. That's how it probably started, Mr. Hilke. So did Antarctica.